Hello, this is Revere Sky, and I wanted to talk about reparations. The card of the day is love, okay? And this card says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Are there people out there that want reparations but see the good and not have them as a black people, as a whole, as an identity? The reason being is, let's say they give everybody $1 million, okay? That's just the minimum. I think everybody in America that have family that can vouch that their grandmother and grandfather was born here. I mean, like right now, if you're 30 years old and you can vouch that your grandmother and grandfather were born in America, you deserve reparations, period, okay? You shouldn't even have to go back that far. My grandmother's in her 90s. My grandfather died at 82. They were all born here in the South, okay? Whether they were slaves or part of slavery, family part of slavery or not. See, reparations go further than slavery. See, everybody trying to talk about slavery. Reparations goes to losing your land, losing your free will, losing your human rights, losing your soul rights, losing your blood rights, okay? This is what you want reparations for. So, are you willing to look at your brothers and sisters that belong to you, that were born in America? We're not talking about people that came over here. We're talking about the people who were able to claim our identity, period. Okay? Love. Are you willing to love your people? Okay? Are you willing to think as a collective? So, you don't have to get the reparations. The government don't have to pay you reparations. Okay? I'm going to explain something to you. Right now, how many black people that have not been sold out are willing to say, you know what, let's open up a chain of gas stations. Okay? Not only that, how many black people are willing to be agriculturists and farmers and say, let's open up our own farmers markets, our own supermarkets, okay? And truthfully, we don't really want supermarkets. We just want farmers markets. And the reason being, we want our stuff to be of a certain quality, and we don't want it tampered with in some factory. Okay? How many people are willing to take a sacrifice and say, you know what? I'm not going to buy this Coach, this Prada, this Gucci. I'm not going to buy any of this. I'm going to go down the street. My friend is a tailor. My friend does this. My friend does that. And I'm going to support my people. Point blank, period. Who's willing to take that sacrifice to only buy used clothes? Who's willing to take the sacrifice to only call a lawn person to clean your yard that's of your race? Point blank, period. You talking about reparations. Let me tell you something. If you go back to the old Oklahoma way of living, where they had Black Wall Street, and you only circulated your money within your group, you can do it now. The next time, practice. The next time you need your lawn done, the next time you need plumbing, the next time you need an electrician, by all means, the next time you need some work done, I'm tripping. I be seeing, long story. The next time you need some work done, anything, start simple. Start with the household stuff. Start with the landscaping. Start saying, okay, I'm going to go down this list. I'm going to go down this phone book. I'm going to go down Google. And I'm going to find me a certified electrician that's black in my area. I'm going to find me a certified plumber that's black in my area. Not only that, let me tell you something. Okay, we need black people in technology. We need black people in politics. We need black people in a lot of different things. But right now, you need to be raising your children with a trade, a skill. We need electricians. We need people that know how to build houses. We need people that know how to survey land. Okay? This is very crucial. This is the basics to our existence. Okay? We need to start building communities. We need to start building our own centers. We need to build our own hospitals. Look at how many black doctors in the world, but they're still getting funded by the government. Are you ready for a change to the point that your money circulates in your system 100% before it goes anywhere else? Is it not possible? Oh, it's damn sure possible. And how do you go about it? Love. Love your own skin. Don't be in self-denial. Love who you are. Trust in the people around you. Matter of fact, we as a people need to figure out how we can make a dummy community. And what's a dummy community? It's where like a realtor, like in the past my mom did real estate and she had seen wooded area and she seen how many acres it was. She seen who owned the acres. And you know how they put up around about 30, 40 houses in the in that area that they clear. Now it becomes a community. It becomes a neighborhood. So who's willing to make these neighborhoods? Who's willing to make these sacrifices? Okay, make a dummy neighborhood. Make a dummy community. And then when you do that, you can regulate what stores you want in the area, who you gonna shop with, and all of that. Okay? That's just like Walmarts. I've gone to neighborhoods where they don't allow Walmart to be open after 12 p.m. I've seen Walmarts that they don't allow to be open after 9. Okay? So now it's your time to realize, try it out. Make a test community. A test community. With people that have the knowledge, okay? And it's time to go for it. Like, if I have to work in the system and be a part of this, I will. It's time to make that test community. It's time to do it. It's time to do it. It's time to do it. Right now we need surveyors, house builders, electricians, plumbers, people that know how to tie into the city, okay? So that's how you gain reparations. You don't ask for them. You just cut it off. You cut off what's no longer serving you. So like I say, who's willing to wear salvaged clothes, used clothes? Who's willing to go and buy the best used car at a black car lot? Do you get what I'm saying? Now it's time that you all say, okay, this is the deal. Who's willing to go get their car dealership license to deal with cars and sell them? Do you get what I'm saying? It's time to start collecting the dough. And the easiest way to collect the dough within this is you need people to move up the ladder in corporate, but right now we need more electricians, plumbers, and people delving with house and roofing. Oh my God, roofing. Roofing, roofing, roofing. Everybody that goes into corporate should also have a trade where they're actually establishing a business, okay? Where they actually put in time, okay? That'd be like me. I'm a truck driver. So what should I invest in? What should I start from the bottom? I should go get me around about 2 or 3 trucks that cost around about $3,000 a piece. And I may have to, this net is in here, I may have to put a lot of work in these trucks. Let's say I get them for $3,000 a piece. They may work for me about 2 months. Oh my God. They may work for me about 2 months running. This is how good the information is right now. And I think I'm just going to have to prove this to y'all. and go on and go for it. But you could buy a truck, a used 18-wheeler in the South for around about, let's say, $3,000, sometimes $1,200, because people don't really want to put the brakes on them. They don't want to get it up to code, and I could get that still. Then I turn around and I work for 6 months in this truck and take all that money and go buy me a better truck, and just work and work and work and show you how I can turn one truck into 5 trucks. And then I can help people that want to drive, that ain't gonna rip me off, because the trucking business is crucial. These people steal. They steal fuel. They steal everything. So this is what we're dealing with. They can't be trusted, white or black. But what's gonna happen is we are going to show how it's done. We need that test community. Yes, we need that test community where we build a neighborhood from the bottom up. Or we take an old neighborhood that nobody don't want and build it up from the bottom up. At least it already be tied into the city. You see what I'm saying? So you choose. I'm just planting the seeds, okay? Hospital, gas stations, farmers market, farmers market, farmers market. Because there's a lot of things in the supermarket we don't even need. The first thing is dairy. Like, I'm so addicted to dairy, and I know for a fact it's not good for the body. Okay? So that's the first thing we don't need is dairy. Okay? We just need the fruits and vegetables to be organic, pesticide-free, growing in our garden. That's right. Not only that, think about it long and hard and see, can you go a month saving, not only saving, but spending the money within your community? You know how you have that mom and pop gas station and it's black owned? Can you actually just shop with them for a little while? Can you actually, if you want to go to a restaurant or something and you want to get something to eat, can you go to a black owned restaurant? I got to get the apples out of here. I got apples in here. Okay, so now, do you get what I'm saying? This is very crucial. This is very, very, very important. Now, I'm going to leave it at that because I got to go get these apples out of here because I'm getting highly frustrated, but not really. It's just that it seems like they really want to, they're attracted to me right now, okay? And because I'm talking about something that's very important. People say, I got to get this out too. People say reparations. They want this, they want that. Are you willing to invest in your people? Because once you get the money back, once you get the money back, you're going to go spend it outside for yourself. You're going to go to the mall. You're going to go buy a house. You're not going to say, how can I keep this within my community? You're not going to do it. So let's start while we're broke. Okay? Let's start while we're broke. Figure out how to keep the money within your community. Okay? I have the house in Florida. I put a fundraiser up for the house, okay? Because right now I'm more focused on paying the house off, that I'm not really able to put money into it. I could if I would go back to work, but I'm not ready to go back to work. So I put this fundraiser up, but the only people that were willing to actually support my fundraiser were the people that shop with me, okay? But it got to the point where it was moving too slow, and I'm not like too fond of like begging, which I didn't think it was begging, because I support people. And I have this fundraiser where I want people to invest in me building this property up to par. Like, I think the minimum is $5, and I'll put the link in the description box, in the description again for youcaring.com. And just imagine 1,000 black people give me $5. That's $5,000. I could go on and put a roof on this thing and get it up to code. Not only that, just imagine if 50,000, I'm trying to get right. Just imagine if 10,000 black people gave me $5 just to show we're going to get this sister to rolling because we're going to see what she can make of this property. But you know, when I do it alone, and then when it comes around, everybody's busy, nobody's able to help or invest. Not only invest, everybody say, oh, I want something back in return. I want something back in return. Right now, that's not what you really want to say, because when I see a person I like and I donate them $5, I don't try to see what I can get back in return. I thank them for the knowledge that they gave me. I thank them for the structure that they gave me, and I keep on pushing. And then I come back later on to check on them. That's all I can do. So that being said, I'm a test subject for y'all, okay? So like I said before, I'm living proof. I have a property. I want to get it up to code. I want to turn it into like a place of healing, meetings, and a lot more things where people can actually, and it's going to be a metaphysical store completely, but the place is so big, part of it will be like bed, breakfast, meetings, a place for healing. Okay, now the thing about it is people take it for granted. People take it for granted, and I'm living proof. If I say I need a roof and all of that, everybody should say, you know what? I don't know you, but it is time that we circulate this money in our neighborhood. So, like I say, you start while you're broke. If you could circulate the money that you have without reparations, the money that we have monthly without reparations is about $10 billion monthly. Okay? So just imagine if the $10 billion circulate within your neighborhood, within your community. Do not count the people that support the liquor stores and the gas stations. Let them continue to do what they do. But there's $10 billion a month that goes out that can literally circulate back in your community. Okay? So think about it long and hard and figure out how you could come up with your test neighborhood, your test community. It's about that time. Okay? And these are things that churches should be doing. Churches are collecting all this money, but they're not building communities. They're not building safe houses. They're not doing any of that. They're on a government tab, point blank period. So again, and I'm going to, my nose. I'm going to let this go, but how do you compensate for reparations? You circulate your money within your community. Okay? Let's say somebody don't pay their taxes or something. Why let them give it up to the city or the state, their place? You pay the taxes and you take over it. I bet you say, well, that's crazy, that's nonsense. We just want the land. So let's say they're just negligent and they destroy the place or something. We just want the land. We want the plot. We want the sewage. We want to be tied into the city. We want to already be established. So now it's time. It's definitely time to start building these neighborhoods. We need something across the board everywhere, but right now we definitely need people that know about construction, surveying, electricity, roofing, plumbing, sheetrock, you name it. Roads, pavement, cement, bricking, mortar, you name it. We need all of that. And people are taking it for granted. We have enough money to circulate in our communities with our people. Oh, excuse me, what communities? So it's time that you get these communities, okay? It's definitely time you get these communities. And let's say you say, well, how do you have an all-black community? We're not really worried about that. I'm going to explain why. You know how they don't hire no black people, and then they have the one black person as the leader of everything? That's just like, you're going to have a black community with one white person. Same shit. And you're going to bring your own gas station, your own food chain. Time to get to it. You got a lot of homework. So if you know like I know, it's time to figure out how to collect this money. And like I say, we need people that mow the lawn. Everything dealing with the house. Everything dealing with the house. Start small. Don't worry about getting a contract with some business because they're taking you away from collecting the neighborhood's money. Do you get what I'm saying? So you don't want to go get a contract with the hospital. You don't want to go get a contract with these people. It's time that you promote smaller. Sometimes smaller is better. Believe me, you can circulate this money, and you can start with the upkeep of homes. That's correct. The upkeep of homes. Believe me when I tell you this. Mechanics, the upkeep of vehicles. Everybody's dishing out monthly money for leases. Like, who the hell get a lease? Okay? Not only that, did you know the richest of the rich people don't buy cars, they lease them? So this is just something to think about. When I was out there in Beverly Hills, let me tell you something. These people was driving little Subarus and stuff. Like, that been there for like, from the 90s. These people did not have fancy cars. They did not drive Mercedes. Let me tell you something. Y'all got it all twisted. Commercials have really deviated people off their path. And what's exactly, excuse me, it's like this static is running across me right now. What's most important? To be able to look at your sisters and brothers and say, it's all about love. You can't be that type of person that cannot see yourself handing someone else money. I'm going to give you an example. My mom somehow, and it took years. I'm 30 years old. My mom has always had properties. So she invested in herself, and she invested in herself. Even white people rent from my mom. You get what I'm saying? But over time, my mom was able to get properties that were not in like the rough neighborhoods. And before you know it, she started getting her own friends as customers, her best friends. She got family members as customers, best friends as customers, and she get paid. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's time to start building your communities. It's time. I don't care if you could just own a street. Go find the roughest, biggest house in the best neighborhood and start from there. Okay? So there you have it. Unearth the magic. The truth will definitely set you free.